Welcome to Concept with Justin. Modern symmetrical landscaping is an art form that combines precision, creativity, and an understanding of both nature and architecture. It is not just about aesthetics. It is about crafting a living space that echoes the architectural style of your home while offering functionality and enduring beauty. The journey begins with a meticulous design process. Every line, every plant, and every material choice is deliberate. Symmetry serves as the backbone of modern landscape design, creating visual balance and harmony. This balance is achieved by mirroring elements on either side of a central axis, guiding the eye and creating a calming, orderly environment. The design process starts with a thorough site analysis. Understanding the slope, sunlight patterns, soil conditions, and existing vegetation lays the foundation for an effective plan. Modern landscapes thrive on clean lines and uncluttered spaces, so the design often emphasizes open lawns or minimalist planting beds framed by crisp edges. Selecting the right plant palette is crucial. Modern symmetrical landscapes often rely on plants that respond well to structured pruning. This brings topiary into the spotlight. The art of topiary, shaping plants into geometric or sculptural forms, adds architectural interest and reinforces symmetry. Choosing the ideal species for topiary depends on climate, growth rate, and maintenance requirements. Common choices include boxwood, yew, holly, and privet, valued for their dense foliage and ability to withstand repeated pruning. These plants can be sculpted into spheres, cubes, cones, or more elaborate shapes, depending on the desired effect. Pruning topiary is a skill that requires patience and precision. It starts with understanding the growth habits of the plant and planning the shape in advance. Regular trimming maintains crisp edges and encourages dense foliage. Using sharp, clean tools is essential to avoid damaging branches, and pruning is best done during active growth periods to promote healthy regeneration. Integrating landscape design with the home's architecture is a hallmark of professional work. The exterior materials, colors, and style of the house should influence plant choices, hardscape materials, and garden structures. For example, a modern home with sleek glass and steel elements pairs beautifully with minimalist planting schemes, polished concrete paths, and metal fencing with geometric patterns. This relationship between house and garden extends to scale and proportion. Large trees or tall hedges might overwhelm a compact modern home, while tiny ground covers may feel lost beside a sprawling villa. Symmetrical layouts help unify the two realms, creating seamless transitions from indoors to outdoors. The entrance to the home deserves special attention. A luxurious, impressive entryway sets the tone for the entire property. This can be achieved by creating a clear, symmetrical approach using materials such as natural stone, pavers, or polished concrete. Flanking the path with identical planters or sculpted shrubs enhances the sense of arrival. Lighting plays a critical role here. Well-placed landscape lighting highlights architectural details and guides visitors safely at night. Symmetrical lighting fixtures lining the walkway or illuminating topiary shapes create drama and elegance. Maintenance is often a concern with modern landscapes, but smart design can minimize effort without sacrificing beauty. Choosing drought-tolerant, slow-growing plants reduces watering and pruning needs. Installing automated irrigation systems ensures even watering while conserving resources. Hardscape materials also contribute to low maintenance. Using permeable paving reduces runoff and prevents weeds, while durable materials like stone and metal age gracefully with minimal upkeep. For urban homes and villas alike, modern landscape ideas revolve around maximizing usable space and creating multifunctional outdoor rooms. Raised planting beds with clean edges, integrated seating, and symmetrical layouts make small yards feel larger and more inviting. In villa settings, introducing water features such as symmetrical reflecting pools or minimalist fountains adds tranquility and luxury. These elements should align with the architecture's lines and materials to maintain coherence. Urban landscapes benefit from vertical gardening, green walls, and compact symmetrical topiary arrangements. These strategies maximize greenery in limited space and provide privacy without overcrowding. Furniture choices should echo the landscape's style. Sleek, modular pieces and weather-resistant materials maintain the modern aesthetic and allow flexibility for entertaining or relaxation. Color schemes in modern landscapes often favor monochromatic palettes with accents of vibrant foliage or flowers. This restrained approach enhances the sense of order and sophistication. Incorporating art and sculpture in symmetrical positions adds personality and creates focal points. Materials like metal, glass, or stone complement the garden's clean lines and modern vibe. Sustainability can be seamlessly integrated. Using native plants, rainwater harvesting, and solar-powered lighting reduces environmental impact and complements modern aesthetics through technology and thoughtful design. Designing symmetrical rain gardens that capture and filter stormwater helps protect local waterways while adding natural beauty. Native plant selections and paired configurations support local wildlife, creating balanced ecosystems within modern designs. Edible landscaping is increasingly popular, and symmetrical layouts work wonderfully with raised vegetable beds, herb spirals, and fruit tree arrangements. This fusion of aesthetics and utility transforms the garden into a source of fresh produce and visual delight. In urban environments, microclimate management is critical. Symmetrical placement of shade structures, windbreaks, and reflective surfaces optimizes comfort. Green roofs and walls arranged symmetrically improve insulation and air quality, contributing to sustainable living spaces. Plant selection is a cornerstone of successful symmetrical landscapes. While earlier discussion touched on popular topiary species, the palette can be expanded thoughtfully to include a diversity of plants that maintain structure yet provide seasonal interest and textural contrast. Evergreen shrubs remain the backbone for year-round formality, but incorporating deciduous plants with architectural branching patterns can add drama during dormant seasons. For example, symmetrical rows of Japanese maples or hornbeams can create striking silhouettes against winter skies, echoing the clean lines of the home's architecture. Underplanting beneath these structural plants with low-growing ground covers introduces a lush carpet effect that softens hard edges without breaking symmetry. Varieties such as creeping thyme, blue star creeper, or dwarf mondo grass can be planted in perfectly mirrored beds, providing fragrant, tactile interest while suppressing weeds and reducing maintenance. In larger spaces, incorporating symmetrical specimen trees such as olives or magnolias, planted equidistant from a central axis, creates layered depth. These trees can be paired with sculptural topiary elements in the foreground to maintain the garden's rhythm. The use of repeating plant forms in different sizes, a technique known as scale progression, harmonizes the space, guiding the eye naturally from one feature to the next. Seasonal adaptations in symmetrical gardens require foresight and planning. A well-designed modern landscape is a living composition that evolves throughout the year, celebrating change while retaining balance. Deciduous plants with vibrant fall foliage can be arranged symmetrically alongside evergreen companions to ensure the garden never feels barren. Spring bulbs such as tulips or alliums can be planted in mirrored drifts within lawn edges or planters, creating bursts of coordinated color that herald the changing seasons. Winter interest often goes overlooked but is crucial in maintaining a modern, polished look. Symmetrical plantings of evergreens with interesting bark texture, think paperbark, maple, or birch, bring visual warmth and contrast to snow-covered grounds. Lighting these elements evenly enhances their sculptural qualities after dusk. Materials and fixture choices should complement the overall design language: sleek metal fixtures for contemporary spaces, or warm-toned lanterns for modern rustic aesthetics. Symmetrical placement of solar lights or LED strips under benches, steps, or garden walls adds layered depth without clutter. Sustainability is no longer optional but essential in modern landscaping. Symmetrical designs can incorporate green infrastructure seamlessly, supporting environmental stewardship without compromising style. Rain gardens positioned symmetrically at key runoff points capture and filter stormwater, protecting local waterways and reducing irrigation demands. Native plant palettes arranged in mirrored beds support biodiversity, attracting pollinators and beneficial insects while requiring less water and care. Permeable paving materials used symmetrically allow natural infiltration, mitigating urban heat island effects and reducing flooding risks. Solar-powered lighting and irrigation systems aligned symmetrically not only conserve energy but symbolize the integration of technology and nature. Composting areas and tool storage can be discreetly located in symmetrical garden corners, maintaining order and accessibility. Emerging trends in modern symmetrical landscaping include the fusion of biophilic design principles. This approach emphasizes human connection to nature through natural materials, varied textures, and sensory richness within structured layouts. Incorporating water walls, natural stone elements, and living green walls arranged symmetrically adds depth and vitality. Advanced materials such as recycled composites, self-healing concrete, or modular planting units promote sustainability and ease of maintenance. These technologies allow designers to experiment with symmetry in new ways, creating functional art pieces that evolve with the garden. The rise of urban farming offers exciting possibilities for symmetrical landscapes. Raised beds for vegetables, herbs, or berries can be arranged in perfect pairs or mirrored rows, blending productivity with visual appeal. Automated drip irrigation and smart monitoring systems ensure optimal growth with minimal effort. In symmetrical landscapes, pairs of fixtures are installed in mirror positions, for instance, lanterns flanking the front door or uplights illuminating twin topiary spheres on either side of a walkway. This repetition reinforces the garden's rhythm and guides visitors intuitively. The choice of fixtures and bulbs also matters. Energy-efficient LEDs with adjustable color temperature offer versatility, allowing warm tones for relaxation zones and cooler whites for active areas. Fixtures with glare control prevent harsh shadows or light pollution, preserving night sky visibility. Smart lighting systems integrate seamlessly with modern gardens. These systems enable programmable scenes, motion-activated responses, and remote control via smartphones. Synchronizing lighting with sound or seasonal events creates immersive experiences, such as a gradual sunset simulation or festive color changes, enhancing the garden's liveliness without sacrificing symmetry. Outdoor structures and hardscape innovations are equally vital in shaping modern symmetrical landscapes. Pergolas, gazebos, and trellises offer vertical interest and functional shelter while framing symmetrical views. These structures are often designed with clean lines and modular components, echoing the home's architectural language. Materials for outdoor structures have evolved significantly. Weather-resistant composites, powder-coated metals, and sustainably sourced hardwoods provide durability and style. Incorporating symmetrical patterns in latticework or roofing creates continuity and depth. Hardscape elements such as terraces, patios, and walkways are designed with precision to maintain symmetry and proportion. Paving materials range from natural stone and porcelain tiles to permeable concrete, chosen for aesthetics and environmental performance. Symmetrical layouts might include central focal points like fire pits or planters, surrounded by balanced seating areas. Innovative hardscape solutions include integrated drainage channels disguised as linear grates or planted swales. These manage runoff without breaking the garden's visual harmony. Raised beds and retaining walls use clean geometric forms to define spaces and support planting schemes. Thank you for exploring these advanced facets of modern symmetrical landscaping with Concept with Justin. If this journey inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe.